from hiding, and I'm bound to keep on riding. And I got one more silver dollar, and I ain't gonna let them catch me, no. Ain't gonna let them catch the midnight rider. I ain't gonna let them catch me, no. Ain't gonna let them catch the midnight rider.
Hello YouTube, it's G-Man5338, your streetwise professor. It's been a while since we talked about music, all right? Now, I listen to all kinds of music. I'm a musician myself. I play guitar, all kinds of other stuff, maybe not so well, but I've been playing for well over 20 years. And one of the things I love about YouTube is there are a lot of great musicians out there, some very talented musicians on YouTube. One of my favorite things to do while I'm having a puff of a joint, or if I'm having a drink, I love to go down the music rabbit hole that is YouTube. So today we're going to go down the rabbit hole of outlaw country, and we're going to start off with kind of the granddaddy of outlaw country, Steve Earle. So what I mean by going down the rabbit hole is that, I always start off with, a record label or something that I know, or a musician that I know and really like and really respect. And then I start going through the suggested videos or the related videos to that musician. And through that, I have found some very talented, very unique musicians on you. Things I love about outlaw country and Steve Earle is the sort of range of music, sort of classifications or genres, if you want, that he covers. I mean, there's tones of Hank Williams, Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan, all kinds of stuff in his music, but he gets into bluegrass stuff too when he was playing with the Del McCoy band. And there's really that Appalachian sort of feel to his music. And you'll find that all the artists today all kind of have that Appalachian sort of feel to it. And there's a purity to the music. There's not a whole lot of after production and effects that go into it. I mean, these are just good, hardworking, honest musicians that are good at their skills. Now, all of the musicians that I'll play today, all the bands I will play today, you can find their links down in the description below. You can also find the links for every music video I showed here today, again, in the description down below. We're also going to talk about two YouTube creators that are putting this sort of outlaw, independent country music out on YouTube, and they're doing a great job of it, and we'll talk about them at the end of the show, and you'll also be able to find their links at the bottom. So without any more hesitation, let's get started. Let's really start talking about Steve Earle, and we'll work our way through these musicians. So Steve Earle, we talked about him already a little bit. We saw him at the beginning of the show. During one of his appearances on the Strombo show, he was covering an Allman Brothers song. But, I mean, this guy has been around for decades. I've been listening to him since I was a kid. This guy was the first concert I went to see at 13. I checked him out. He's just an interesting guy. I mean, he's a singer-songwriter. He's a published author. He's an actor. He really gets around, but the quality of his music is amazing, and what makes him amazing is his ability to play all kinds of instruments, and as well as his songwriting abilities. This guy is a great American storyteller, and he's played with some of the greats from this genre of music. So let's carry on from Steve Earle. We're going to hit Coulter Wall now. Coulter Wall is Canadian, out of Saskatchewan, and he's really got some Johnny Cash vibes going on. He's there's just something about this guy's voice and his style of guitar that I can't turn off. I can't stop listening to. So we're going to check out a song called Sleeping on the Blacktop by Coulter Wall. It's an original piece. Here.
Sunshine beating on the good times, moonlight raising from the gray, string band playing worn out honky tonk, pretty young thing going dancing in the rain. High heel lady spitting at the knickerjacks, businessman with a needle and a spoon, coyote chewing on a cigarette, pack of young boys going howling at the moon. Hey darling, sleeping on the blacktop. Hey darling, running through the trees, honey. Hey darling, leaving for the next town, lesson my sense catches up with me.
Next on the list is Billy Strings. Now, Billy Strings is another great guitar player. And he hits that sort of bluegrass styles that Steve Earle was hitting for a time when he had the Del McCoury band playing with him. You know, there's a lot of essence of Doc Watson in Billy Strings' music. And I think he's a great up-and-comer in the outlaw country music scene. So here it is. Check out Dust in the Bag.
I ain't slept in 7 days, I haven't eaten 3. Methamphetamine has got a damn good hold of me. My tweaker friends have got me to the point of no return. I just took the lighter to the bulb and watch it burn. Cause life of sin has got me in. Well, it's got me back in prison once again. I used my only phone call to contact my daddy. Got 20 long years for some dust in a baggie.
Now, the next folks we're going to talk about is Abby the Spoon Lady and Chris Rodrigues. Now, they're both kind of independent musicians. Abby plays the spoons, and Chris Rodrigues plays an amazing resonator guitar, and he also rocks out his own beats. He's kind of like a one-man band. And I'm not going to talk any more about them. I just want you to have a listen. Just a great duo, these two.
Sorry, kid.
My mama worked hard. She worked hard for herself, cleaning up big houses, keeping dust up off the shelves. She never made much more than enough to keep afloat. She kept our heads above the water with a hole in our boat. I got me a job, the only job that I could find. I had a cabin rental business way out in the pines. $5 an hour, all the money that I earn. And the rich get rich by stepping on the poor is what I learned. Well, maybe I'm dirty. It hurts to get stepped on, spit in the face, drugged to the ground. As much as it hurts, I've always kept on, as strong as a rock when I'm getting kicked around. was full of mountain men.
Now, if old-timey folk kind of stuff is more your thing, you gotta check out Sierra Ferrel. She is just, again, an incredible guitarist, a very talented vocalist, and she has this old-timey sort of quality to her voice. When you listen to her, it's like you're stepping back in time. Just really quality music here. Again, check her out.
Oh my God, I'm tuning the wrong peg. Oh my gosh. That I can make you mine. Won't you sit down? You know I love you, honey, and you look so tired. I know it's hard, we're thrown into this life, but one day we must die. But that river will flow on, even after we're all long gone. Yes, that won't you take me with you before I'm gone?
Next on the block, we have Nick Shoulders. Now, Hank Williams was a huge inspiration to Steve Earle. He wrote a book that was sort of loosely based on Hank Williams. And you really hear a lot of it in his songs. Now, Nick Shoulders here, wow, his yodeling, his voice, everything is hauntingly Hank Williams. And you check it out in this Debbie Harris cover.
We'll play you all a song, huh? This one's in the neighborhood of G. This was out to my best friend Debbie, that is Debbie Harry, and it's a little tune we call Heart of Glass. Once I found the love and it was a gas. Soon turned out at a heart of glass. Seemed like the real thing and it was divine. Mucho mistrust, love's gone behind. What I find is pleasing and I'm feeling fine. Love is so confusing, there's no peace of mind. If I fear I'm losing you, it's just...
Now, if any of you have watched Sons of Anarchy, this guy should be familiar to you. He had a couple songs on their soundtrack, I believe John the Revelator and House of the Rising Sun. Now, the White Buffalo has a very unique voice. Again, he's a talented guitarist, although he's new to guitar. He's very talented with it. And this is another musician that I just cannot stop listening to. It's always on in my studio.
Country, I was a soldier for you. I did what you asked me to. It was wrong and you knew. Country, now I'm just a stranger to you. A number, a name, it's true. Throw me away when you're through. A home of the brave and the free, the red, white, and blue. Well, I wish it was true.
So we're going to come full circle here with Benjamin Todd. We're going to check out a cover that he does of a Steve Earle song called "The Mountain." Now, Benjamin actually comes out of a band. He's part of a trio, I believe. But he's very talented on the banjo. And he definitely really brings with him that Appalachian feel, you know. I'm amazed by this guy too. Check it out.
I was born on this mountain a long time ago, before they knocked down the timber and stripped mine the coal. And you woke up in the morning before it was light, and you go down in that dark hole and come back at night. And I was born on this mountain's my home, and she holds me and keeps me from worry and woe. And now they took everything that she gave, now they're gone. But I will die on this mountain's mountain.
Now, if you want to take your own dive into the rabbit hole of outlaw country, I would recommend checking out Gems on VHS. They have these live, intimate, offstage recordings that are just quality of a lot of the people I've talked about today. Another great content provider is called Western AF. And man, they're putting out some incredible artists to introduce us all to. Let's check them out. Now, I want to thank you for staying with us in this adventure down the rabbit hole that is outlaw country, starting off with Steve Earle and just kind of going through the related and recommended artists from there. I think for the next installment of this show, doing the rabbit hole, we're going to do blues, because blues is another of my favorite types of music. Blues and this older kind of outlaw country style. That's kind of what I learned to play when I first picked up a guitar over 20 years ago. And it's what I really enjoy playing today. I mean, punk is one of my most favorite types of music, but I rarely play it. It just doesn't have the same sort of entertainment value to me that outlaw country and blues does, in terms of what you need to do on your instruments, the type of musician you need to be able to get that sort of quality of sound out. Not to say that punk rockers or other various genres of music aren't gifted or aren't skilled at their trade, but outlaw country and blues is just, like I said, it's very basic, it's bare bones, it's pure, and I love it. So listen, I hope you enjoyed this kind of bonus episode from me. Like I said, we haven't talked about music in a long time, so I figured I would drop a quick video about some of my favorite YouTube creators that are putting out some great music and great content. Listen, remember to check us out next week when we're talking about the history of PTSD. We're also going to do some true crime with James Wilkes, the Canadian Armed Forces' most prolific sexual predator. Until then, I want you all to stay up, stay strong, and enjoy your weekend. Peace.
Yo, this one's going out there to all my homies, my natives, my brothers, my family that's supporting me. Those that are overseas, those that are on lockdown, and those that are free.
Gordo. We
still living when the loving is gone. Kill, kill was a government song. Sing along, it's just my brothers in arms. Gotta stick together, now more than ever.